righteous cry out, and the Lord hears them. He delivers them from all their troubles. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. The righteous person may have many troubles, but the Lord delivers him from them all.
It's often said that a man can see himself in a verse. Just a few short sentences somehow give the right words at that very moment when a man needs them the most. Through the good and the bad, Dustin Hopkins' football career has been illuminated by Psalm 34.
In my mind, coming into college, I kind of picture myself having a lot of good moments, but you don't really think of the bad moments in the future. You try not to picture those things happening because sometimes they'll come to fruition.
In what can be the loneliest position in all of sports, Hopkins has endured those moments that kickers have nightmares about, when the cheering stops and the silence begins.
Carolina digs in, they're begging for a block. Good snap, good hold, the kick is airborne, long enough, it is no good, and the Tar Heels have held serve, and they come to Tallahassee and knock off Florida State. Dustin Hopkins misses 2 tonight. That's a heartbreaker for Dustin Hopkins.
It was frustrating knowing that you kind of feel like you let down, your teammates, didn't represent your family. You wanted to play well for the university. You wanted to do all those things. And knowing that you didn't do that and you had the opportunity, it's something that you pride yourself on as a kicker, like being clutch and being able to capitalize on your opportunities because you only get so many.
But in that moment where the world could not get any smaller and the future seemed uncertain, came hope. Something changed as soon as he walked off the field. Psalm 34 became more real to him than ever. In that moment where the world could not get any smaller and the future seemed uncertain, came hope. Something changed as soon as he walked off the field. Psalm 34 became more real to him than ever.
Right after the game, immediately, I don't even think he showered. He's actually sitting in his locker and reading the Bible. That's what he was doing. He was sitting there. He found, his peace with God after, his mess up, and he went back to what he knows, and that's his religion. He went back there and, felt comfortable again.
I had that small picture, just a little snapshot. I didn't have the big picture. I didn't see how God was going to work through the whole thing.
And it would work just as Psalm 34 described. Hopkins did not need to see the kick in order to believe. He had faith that something would come. Just 1 week later, his answer came like thunder through his golden right foot.
Between the hash marks, the attempt, good snap, good hold. Here's the kick. He's got the distance. It's gone. It's gone. Osby Clemson on a last-second field goal. How about Dustin Hopkins in the golden toe? 16-13 is your final.
Some kickers don't get the opportunity to hit another game winner for 3 years, for 2 years, or maybe never. I was just praying for that opportunity again. I wanted the next week. I was like God, I just want that opportunity again. You just want to overcome that fear of I don't want to be afraid to fail. I was praying. I said, Lord, allow me to glorify you through this kick, and that's it. Whether it's a make or a miss, I know you're going to be glorified through this.
What makes Hopkins unique is that the outcome does not faze him. The records and accolades will fade, but his impact on teammates, fans, and family will last for a lifetime.
We were sitting at home, and we have chapel, on game day, every game day, and Trey was sitting at the house with Kenny and I, and he said, "Mom, can I take my Bible with the team?" And she said, "Why?" She said, "Well, I want to take it to chapel." She said, "Wow, well, that's great. What made you think of that?" She said, "Dustin brings his Bible every day, and he reads out of it, and I would like to be able to read when Clint goes through the scriptures and be able to do that. My son, who's 11, wants to take his Bible to our team when he's out there playing ball, running with the players, so he can have it during chapel." Now, if that's not an influence on people, when you talk about a person as an athlete, him as a student, and then him as an individual, and what he is, and he's such a great Christian and man of God, and the influence he can have on little kids, to me, that speaks volumes of Dustin there and what he stands for.
It was just awesome seeing how many opportunities that gave me to speak to different churches or schools or FCA groups, whatever it may be, because of that miss, even more so than the make. I wrote down, I was like, I don't want to just be another kicker. I want to set records, is what I wrote. is very much a blessing being on this end and seeing the highs and lows that the Lord's brought me through, and how that's helped me grow and just the person I am as well as player, and just help develop my character through adversity. It's just been very rewarding on the back end.
Less than 1 year later, Hopkins set records. He is now the NCAA leader in career field goals made, both Florida State and the Atlantic Coast Conference's all-time scoring leader, and holds the career scoring record in the NCAA among kickers. But his definition does not come from those accolades or awards. They are merely an example of what it means to persevere, to trust, and to be part of a bigger picture.
For somebody to come in and not change at all the whole time he was here, like just stand firm in what he believed in and not let anything like sway him. That's what a lot of people don't realize, is like how strong like his faith is.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to see the big picture when you're in the moment, in those tough times. But you know, when you can kind of step back and see all the steps and all the little things and the people and that had a part in making you who you are over a 4-year period in college, it's all I can say is very much a blessing.
Hopkins' legacy at Florida State will be greater than just football and extends beyond this field. In every situation, every game, every moment, Hopkins triumphed because he played for something greater than himself. The righteous person may have many troubles, but the Lord delivers him from them all.
Hopkins was drafted in the 6th round by the Buffalo Bills and will join former FSU teammates punter Sean Powell and quarterback E.J. Manuel.